This should be fun. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our very first Q&A Grace stream for the Words of Grace by Mark A. Lyons Facebook group. I just spiked the steps with catnip for my boys just because, you know, I've been editing these Grace streams. I've got two up ready to go on Facebook. I plan Facebook on YouTube. I plan on having a bunch more done. I was up till 4 a.m. editing them, and the cats just make it. So I'm going to make one reel just for like cat stuff, sort of like feline bloopers. So everybody got your coffee, your Wonder Coffee? You know, I like to give a few minutes for everybody to get in here. I have to tell you, the editing of these Grace streams is fun. Nobody's names are really mentioned except for Jill and I, obviously. So hello. So like this stuff in the beginning is usually cut out until I say something along the lines of welcome to the Grace stream or something. Okay, so we are going to start with a prayer and all of that, but first I have a very, I feel, contemplative question. In other words, there's not an immediate answer that the mind can come up with, but it is one that's supposed to take you deeper into your soul. And this one has been plaguing me since the early 90s. So just take a moment and let this penetrate. What if Godzilla was one of us? Just a slob like one of us. Just a reptile on the bus, breathing fire on my home. Something to think about. All right, people. You see we're off to a rolling start. It's a Sunday. I haven't had a crap ton of sleep, but I'm having fun. So we've got some people in the room. I got some questions from you know, I posted yesterday, if anybody has any questions, to post them in the invite. So I've got 3 of them that I'm going to start with, and if you will all bear with me, I will try and take questions later once these are answered, and whatever comes up, comes up. And I'm thinking of doing these, I don't know, about once a month, but the Q&A Grace streams make sense to do regularly. So shall we begin with a prayer? This is kind of what I do before every reading or spiritual counseling anyway, because questions and answers, kitties farming catnip on the steps. Let's see what antics come up. Okay. So everybody, ground and center. Take a few deep breaths. And here we go. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, please hover over me. Rise within me. For we surrender this time spent together to you. May it serve your purposes. For I am here only to be truly helpful. I'm here to represent you who sent me, so I don't have to worry about what to say or what to do, because you who sent me are directing me. And I'm content to go wherever you wish, knowing that you go along with me. And that we will be healed as you teach us to heal. Please show me what you would have me do, where you would have me go, what you would have me say, and to whom. That I may serve as a channel of grace, healing, love, wisdom, power, and service as the gods direct my life. Thank you. So mote it be. Amen. That's a lot to rattle off before every conversation you have, but you can just go, hey, give me grace, you know. Because for me, that prayer right there has a bunch of graces in it. The grace of humility to know that I do not know, right? Saying, hey, show me what you would have me do, where you would have me go, what you would have me say, and to whom. The grace of clarity and knowledge in the third eye, to see truth, right? To seek only truth, and to be able to grasp it, see through illusion. Grace of counsel, to speak wisely, to speak truth, but to speak truth in balance with compassion, right? Truth without compassion is brutality. And certainly here we are in the solar plexus at Ostara, the grace of understanding and the grace of discernment. So that's why I thought this Q&A thing would be a good idea. considering we've just been talking about that. And we will get back to our regular Sunday schedule here in the Words of Grace by Mark A. Lyons Facebook group. Cool. Okay. You're a wonderful soul. Thank you. I do try. Well, we're all one soul, so we're all wonderful. O-N-E. Wonderful. Typo. All right. So we've got 3 questions that came in beforehand. The first one is from Michelle, who asks, do you believe in making bold, life-changing choices or tiny, consistent ones towards a particular goal? My answer is yes to both of them. That we are raised in this world with such an either-or mentality that we either have to like micromanage, right, little by little by little by little, or blow the whole fucker up all at once, right? And this Michelle, who put this question, is a dear friend of mine, and she's a Leo. So for most Leos, I say, well, you're gonna blow it all up all at once anyway. You're gonna make the great big bold move because that's what Leos do. But of course, if you have like a Pisces moon or a Cancer moon or something like that, there's going to be a little conflict there. But I think it comes down to the idea of trusting that the things we really want, like not just the, oh, I want more coffee. I always want more coffee. There better be Starbucks in the 5th dimension. That there is a divine plan. You know what I mean? And that the things that we want are written in our hearts. And before we came down, scripted in. Certain things I want. I can't really go into it too much because it's a lot that's going into the next book, The Path of True Love. But these past 24 hours, I've had some pretty big revelations about the higher self and all that stuff, and about the life path and the hero's journey and the path of true love. How we have been trained for centuries, if not millennia, that our choices and our actions determine the outcomes. I'm beginning to see that's really not true. Certain things are just scripted. It's what the rest of the world calls fate. So I guess I am a fatalist in that sense, that whatever is going to happen is going to happen, and you can't fuck up the divine plan. So I think the illusion that we can really make things happen, right? I was very much raised that way. When I was 7 years old, my great-grandmother, Concertina, right, from Sicily, little Concetta, she pulled me aside, and she was little. She was this big, little grandma. Mark, broken English, Mark, you gotta go to school because you gotta get a job and you gotta work. You gotta work hard. You gotta make a living. You gotta make money. You gotta stay in school. And I was like, Grandma, I'm 7, all right? I'm still not out of the paste eating phase, right? But you sort of get that. It's like we always have to be so proactive and we always have to know what to do. But, you know, boil it down, do we? No, we don't really know. And so when we are in conflict, catnip conflict, or when we are confused, you know, I've been embracing the emotion of confusion, right? Allowing it to rise when I don't know, because it can have elements of frustration in it, elements of sadness in it, elements of loneliness in it. In other words, one feeling of confusion can have all these sub patterns running in it, these energies that have just been stuffed down for so long, to just sit there and breathe through it and love it and say, it's okay to be confused. It's okay to not understand. It's okay to not know what to do. And I love you for that. I love the one who is confused. I love the one who doesn't understand. I love the one that doesn't know what to do, because kid, we'll know what to do when we get there. We'll know what to do. So to answer that question, you know, I can take a 2-second question and turn it into a 3-hour answer. Do you believe in making bold, life-changing choices or tiny, consistent ones towards a particular goal? That's why I do, for example, the prayers that I do, asking, because I'm a Virgo with a Pisces moon. So the Virgo wants to mini, like micro manage the physical element of Virgo is, well, mutable earth. So we're sand, right? So we can get like really wicked fucking detailed. But the Pisces moon just wants to flood the whole city. Just drown them all, right? So, you know, for me, that's a tricky balance to do. So when I can go inside, the most important thing that I can do is talk to and love and soothe and embrace whatever is rising up inside of me, because that confused child, when he takes over, he can run wild. Now, by the way, that running wild and making decisions is scripted too. So the deeper point that's rising to me in this moment is to please remember to tell that child inside of yourself, and this isn't an affirmation, it's a truth. You've done nothing wrong. You can't screw up the divine plan. Everyone is doing the best that they can, including you. And everyone has always done the best that they could. And if it didn't look that way, learning curve, or possessed by pain, or what have you. So I hope that one answers it. I just keep coming back to, you know, doing the best that I can. And by the way, I have, you can't really see it behind me, can you? There's like my tarot and my angel cards and all that stuff up there in a big crystal bowl, not lead glass crystal. All right, so there, we got that one done.